It's a very good afternoon from Highams, Woodford, where today Woodford entertained Thurrock. Very much at the top of Anglia Region 2 today, 4th and 5th places. This should probably determine where the teams finish. Woodford, of course, a very famous place, very famous club, where amongst the past players were G.T. Janes, whose wife was Christine Truman, who won the French Open in tennis and also was a finalist at Wimbledon, where she lost to Angela Mortimer, and a finalist at the US Open. Steve Nichols from Cardiff Training College played here. One of the most famous internationals, Danny Hepburn of Scotland, and of course D.A. Kendrew, who is an England international, went on to become the chairman of the England Rugby Football Union. Well, it's a delight to be back this afternoon to do the commentary for you. We're very grateful to our own commentator stroke cameraman, Mr. Marco Marconi Diana, named after, of course, the Chelmsford man who was the first person to invent the radio. Anyway, Woodford was formed in 1924 and they had some famous players and some famous people representing this club. Nevertheless, we'll get on with the action today, and the Woodford team consists of Will Dignon at full-back. James White is on the right wing. Robert Yanuku is in the centre with Ian Meads. Another Italian, Phipps Branciosini, is on the left wing. Riley Althoff Kayo is the fly half, with Ryan Divs as the scrum half partner. Will Pryor is the loose head, Jordan Knight the hooker, and Joseph Saw is the tight head, as Scott Chitty kicks off for Thurrock. Thomas Plater is in the second row with Alfred Kurness. Joel Conradi is number 6. Henry Maguire Cox is the open side, and George Hughes number 8. With Thurrock on the attack, Patrick Vulio is on the bench with Anthony Deary. Thurrock at 15, Niall Clifford. The happy Irishman will be happy with Ireland's performance at Six Nations. Niall has played at fly half and centre for a lot of the season, but has reverted to full back today. Angus Poole, another centre, is on the right wing. Rob Murphy and Henry Bird are in the centre. Elliot Chew, the young man, just a 17-year-old who played a fine game at Aberdeen at scrum half, is on the left wing. Scott Chitty resumes at scrum half with Alex Jones, long-serving Alex Jones. His father, Mr. Rolf Jones, is here today. Good opening scrum from Thurrock, but Woodford haven't managed to get the ball away. It's gone out to Braccioncini on the left wing. Much to the delight of Marco, being Italian, very happy with the Italian performance in the Six Nations. Excellent tackle by prop Harry Clark. So Harry Clark is the loose head. Lawrence Brown is the hooker. Run it. Jack Cowman returned from Westcombe Park. Tight head. Very well caught by Niall Clifford. A huge wind here this afternoon, blowing from left to right. And Thurrock have won the penalty. Jat Jennings, better known as Jay Jennings, in the second row. Caelan Watts-Adams forms a second row partnership with him, very youthful. Cody Holloway is number 6, his brother Kai on the bench today. Jamie Orr, the New Zealander open side, had a fine season, just back from injury. And a very special day for Ben Timpson today. Ben, the captain, is playing in his 150th game for Thurrock. A landmark achievement. Congratulations to Ben, and family must be very proud. Former William Edward schoolboy, of course. Ben Flatt, Dritan Loke and Kai Holloway are on the bench for Thurrock. So Watford should take advantage of this very strong wind. Some good tackling in the centre. Rob Murphy. Harry Clark again, the loose end to the fore. And that's Ben Timpson. His 150th game, and alert as ever in the breakdown and winning that turnover. A lot Lots of blazers here today. Woodford having a dinner in their black, purple and white blazers. It's a good kick by Alex Jones, the scrum half, into the wind. So a very warm welcome to our viewers throughout the world. The Cayman Islands represented, of course, by Mercedes and Jenny, as usual, sipping their gin and tonics on the beach. John Langley down in Tewkesbury, good afternoon to you.
Well done, guys.
It's a good drive from Thurrock. Won the line out from the penalty.
Free ball, go!
Go on, son, go on. Let's go, team.
Great run from Henry Bird.
Great tackle.
And Thurrock have been tackled by brilliant tacklers. Will Dinion on the line, the full back.
Yellow card him. Red zone ref.
Henry Bird smashes through the tackles in his own inimitable way. Very close to scoring the opening try. Felled by a mighty tackle. But Woodford have been penalised. And that's a high tackle.
Happy Saturday.
He could have had a beef sandwich. Give him a break.
So I think I might have been Phipps Braccioncini in the centre there. Italian centres, very much the fore nowadays, of course, with Menoncello and Brex performing outstandingly well for Italy in the Six Nations. So it's Alex Jones with the simplest of attempts to take Thurrock into a 3-0 lead.
Live stream on YouTube.
So even though they're facing something of a tempest today, Thurrock have got off to a really good start. In the end, a good bit of footwork by Elliot Chew. Difficult ball to take, facing the sun as well. Managed to get under control. Alex Jones using now Clifford in his own 22. Decides to throw a dummy instead of kicking the ball away. Is put to ground. Just as Thurrock are about to clear their lines, there was a knock on. Giving Woodford a clear advantage. The coach of Woodford is Ross Boscher, the director of rugby. He was, of course, a Thurrock second row. Paul Grinley was another who graced Oakfield for a while. A future captain of Woodford at the time. Bit of a lofted pass. And that was Braccioncini who just went outside Angus Poole. Woodford throw the ball across the field. Caelan Watts-Adams got across well there, the second row. A great tackle by Cody Holloway, all to no avail. The referee comes back to an earlier infringement and a penalty to Woodford. Will they elect to equalise or will they go for the corner? Yes, watching the Ospreys last night, of course. Owen Williams missed a touch at the end, which could have brought bonus points for the Ospreys. But this time, we have to say that Riley Altorf Kyle manages to find touch in the corner. Good kick by the fly half. So Woodford very much on the attack. A line out near the Thurrock line. Very well taken the second row by Kerness. Woodford get the drive on. Now moving forward. Well, somebody has gone to ground. Appears to be no infringement. Thurrock are quick off the line. Holloway with the tackle, the first tackle. Jamie Orr, the New Zealander. It's good defence by Thurrock so far. Good defence by Thurrock. And unfortunately, a pass to nothing. Yes, a splendid Woodford scoreboard in Woodford colours, and apparently you get the names of scorers on there as well, magically. So Lawrence Brown throws short. Bit of a lottery, that line out. But Thurrock have managed to secure possession. It's a good drive. Experienced Alex Jones with a box kick. That's taken well by Dignon. Another penalty against Thurrock. This time against Henry Bird. Not quite sure what for. Either a high tackle or not releasing. So a couple of penalties ensuring that Woodford have possession, and Thurrock putting a little bit of pressure on themselves. It's a good afternoon to Dave Churchwood in Crickhowell and Gareth James. That one's gone over the top. It's given great tackling from Niall Clifford and Elliot Chew. Something of a cornucopia of penalties coming Woodford's way. Thurrock have to be careful, otherwise they will incur a yellow card. This time Woodford go wide. Ian Meads in the centre with Robert Yanuku. More good tackling by Thurrock. It's a very, very long advantage the referee's been playing there. It always mystifies me that penalties can go through 3 sets of advantage. Quick tap by Ryan Davis. It's trouble for Thurrock. Managed to reset now in something of an ordered way. Apologise for wind interference. Ryan Davis getting the ball away quickly again. It's a great miss pass, but has gone forward. We have to say a big thank you to Georgia Allen today. She's the physiotherapist for Woodford, who managed to save the commentator who'd fallen over and smashed his hand on a radiator. But he's now much better thanks to the good offices of this very kind physiotherapist, who's plastered him up. Unfortunately not his mouth.
It was a fast-moving radiator, though, bro.
It was a fast-moving radiator, so they say. So, good defensive set for Thurrock, as they say in the jargon. They seemed to seal midfield. A couple of loose passes from Woodford, and the final pass was a forward pass. Thurrock have looked solid in the scrum, and Harry Clark, when he's available, is outstanding. Unfortunately, a lot of injuries in the front row. George Miles once again, Anthony Catchpole. So it's good to see Jack Cowman back in the colours for Thurrock. Will Pryor, Jordan Knight and Joseph Saw form the front row for Woodford. It'll be an interesting competition against Harry Clark, Lawrence Brown, Jack Cowman. Front rows don't get mentioned often enough, so I thought I'd give him a little bit of coverage there. Alex Jones has fed the ball back by Ben Timpson. That ball is dangerously near the camera. Good to see Dan Olf with his boots on, injured this season, next to Kai Holloway down below in the foreground. Jack Cowman back from Westcombe Park for the rest of the season. A real asset in this team. Jamie Orr back from injury. Lovely pass from Ryan Davis in the middle of the field. They have flooded the field with back row players. Woodford come back to the right, create a bit of an overlap. Scott Chitty has to make the tackle. It's a good kick ahead by the left winger. That was Phipps Bracconcini, the winger, and that forced Scott Chitty to touch down, took the ball over his own line. So good pressure from Woodford. Riley Altorf Kayo looking anxious there at 10. Keen to get his hands on the ball. Ryan Davis feeding out a stream of very good passes. It tends to be nearer to Yanaku in the centre and Meads, where with the wind against them things tend to break down. Glad to see the sun has come out here in the east of London.
Just say hello, Holly. Watching the first team, Tracy Jennings. I'll tell you.
Message from Tracy Jennings. Hello, Holly, and glad to see you watching today, and very good news for you. So scrum on Thurrock's line. Woodford with the feet and head. Ryan Davis to put the ball in. But Thurrock get a tremendous shunt on. And they have got a penalty for that. That's great work from Harry Clark, Lawrence Brown and Jack Cowman. They shunted that scrum backwards, and has enabled Thurrock to have a penalty in what would have been for them a very difficult position. So Alex Jones for the kick, difficult kick, he's done very well there.
Always aim at the camera.
An excellent kick against the wind. This time Caelan Watts-Adams unfortunately managed to get a hand on the ball. It shot through to the back row, and so it went forward. I don't think Thurrock will mind too much, having done so well in the last scrum. Pryor, Knight and Shaw look to have their hands full this afternoon with this Thurrock front row. Ryan Davis will want to get this in quickly. Channel 1 and away. Bring his backs into play. Or alternatively, number 8, George Hughes will need to pick up. Once again, Thurrock get the move on. Power on, but this time the referee stays quiet. It's a lovely chip over the top. She's got Thurrock in all sorts of difficulties, but there is a knock on. With Blitz defences coming up so quickly, I'm surprised that tactic isn't used more frequently. Good to see a variety of kicks though, and that was Riley out off Kyo with that little chip ahead. Almost put himself under the post, unfortunately knocked on just at the last. So Scott Chitty has moved to scrum half to give Alex Jones the opportunity at 10 to put the ball away. Good interchange by these two. Let's come back to Will Dignon. He's almost run into his own player. Excellent tackling in midfield by Thurrock. And then there was a knock on. The Woodford winger went round ever decreasing circles for a while then, unfortunately for him. Reminds me of the dance my father taught my mother's sister. My dad was a dancing teacher and he taught my mother's sister to dance, and she went round ever decreasing circles. Oh, my giddy aunt. Jeff Selway would have liked that one. A fellow man of Abbotsbury, of course, Jeff. And he would be delighted to know that Abbotsbury won the Welsh Band of the Year competition last week, brass band competition. Great fillip for the town. Jeff Selway, of course, was our much-loved treasurer for many years, and a player of some repute who played in school. Well, he played the trumpet, I think, and the cornet, but he was in school with Steve Lewis, who went on to become the chief executive of the Welsh Rugby Union. Good to see Mike Dunk here this afternoon. A real stalwart of Thurrock, general manager of absolutely everything, I think, Mike Dunk. Good to see Harry Reynolds as well with Kai Holloway. Hopefully back in action soon after an injury-hit season. Thurrock had gone blind there, put Niall Clifford into space, coming in from full back. He has gone to ground. Thurrock recycled blind. Forwards are now in concert. Chitty has moved to 9. So it looks as if Scott Chitty is operating more as scrum half this afternoon. He was in the programme as 10, but has moved to scrum half, which has allowed Alex Jones to move to 10. Versatile Rob Murphy in the centre with Henry Bird. Has played on the wing, full back, centre, scrum half. I think he's played at 10. So Woodford tried around defence. Ball has come out to the outside centre. It was Robert Yanaku. Unfortunately, he's charged down. The wingers managed to catch the ball. It was Phipps Bracconcini. He then is bundled into touch, and Thurrock have the line out. Well, the referee has judged the ball was thrown inside, and Henry Burr was the person to touch it last. The Thurrock personnel seemed to think it was in touch earlier than that. A terrific line out there, and that's Joel Conradi. Thurrock are offside. They're getting the brunt of the referee's whistle, Thurrock. Unfortunately, we're not given the line out and then penalised for being offside. So it gives Woodford a chance to smash the ball in the corner. I apologise, I was getting away with the cameraman then. We're in a tight corner here on a very full balcony. Of course, when Thurrock played Woodford in the Cup many years ago, they had some great players: Ian Palmer, Sergio Solari, Tony Hill. Apparently he's gone to watch Tottenham Hotspur today. That was stolen by Thurrock. Jamie Orr's got the ball. He's been felled by what appeared to be a high tackle. Thurrock with one possession back. Jack Coleman has a trundle up the middle of the park. Good run by Angus Poole. The ball is kicked ahead, but then almost got clear. Woodford managed to get the ball clear. Good kick chase, and then Thurrock have found to have thrown the ball forward. Good chase by Bracconcini. Bracconcini. Another famous Italian played for Woodford. His name was Sergio Solari. Very good player, very powerful player in his time. Used to have many a shoulder barging contest with Mick Leckenby in the day.
Guyana rugby international. Guyana. Famous for Papillon, but it's okay. He wasn't part of that family.
We have some advocates here for somebody who played for the Cayman Islands, or where was it? Where was it?
Guyana.
Guyana. He played for Guyana, famous for Papillon, the film. Another accent there. His name is
Kwesi Evans.
Kwesi Evans.
Really can say.
You sure? Quasi means almost.
Well, that's what his skill cricket said.
So 23 minutes gone, and an injury to Woodford player. He's held up play just for a moment. Or was it a Thurrock winger? I can't quite see. It's a good kick and chase by Woodford, and Thurrock were in a bit difficulty after Angus Poole had broken clear, kicked ahead. But a first-class response by the Woodford defence. Not quite sure who that is.
Might be Niall.
It looks like Niall Clifford. Poor Niall Clifford's had a very unfortunate season. Outstanding player. Injury after injury. It's sad to see him leaving the field again. I hope it's not too serious. That's a big loss to Thurrock. Outstanding player. So it means Kai Holloway's come on the field at full back. Thurrock have had a wretched season with injuries, and last but one game they played, they had 9 players out injured. It's good to see Dan Wolf, Harry Reynolds and a couple of other people coming back to what looks like some degree of fitness. We'll just assess Niall Clifford. He is walking unaided across the pitch. Rather disconsolate having to come off this early stage. So he's had the ice applied, so hopefully it's not too bad. And 2 of our players, of course, who have been injured are watching down under in Australia. Rhys Cotter and Blake Burns, both outstanding young players. There's another young player, wing convert Caelan Watts-Adams, winning that line out. And last week Watts-Adams scored a try and he broke Thurrock's record for a lock by scoring more tries in the season as a lock than any other player, breaking the record formerly held by James Flavin and by Aaron Woodward. Great move by Thurrock, and unfortunately Rob Murphy is just ankle tapped. He goes through the gap. Watts-Adams coming more to the fore, having broken that record last week. Very proud. I think the record was 8 tries in the season. Watts-Adams scored a brace in a couple of games. We'll be looking for his first hat-trick. So something of a lecture there for the Woodford player. Thurrock still leading by 3 points to 0.
Sounds like I'm having a horse race.
Alex Jones on his right foot, should be kicking with his left foot. If only he'd followed his Welsh heritage instead of his English. But that's nevertheless a good kick. And Thurrock have an attacking line out close to the Woodford line. Very difficult throwing in today, this breezy day at Hyams. The faithful have been having a wonderful lunch today, to which I was not invited. Thurrock win the ball, they get the drive going. Suddenly they're going to a rate of nonce. And of course, they get the try their efforts deserve. Just looking to see who gets up last. And it looks very much like Jack Cowman, the returnee from Westcombe Park, who's been driven over the line.
Who scored that, guys?
And that try was scored by Jack Cowman.
Thanks very much.
Tight head prop.
There we go. And if you look at the scoreboard, it will come up
And
now.
the brand new scoreboard being operated, and Jack Cowman has scored.
Yeah, right. We hope we've done it anyway.
Well, we certainly hope it's Jack Cowman, otherwise we will apologise on commentary.
Well, if you
At
can
least
apologise,
Jack Cowman's got his name up on the board.
No one's looking at you.
Sparkling new scoreboard here, sponsored by
Eric Beck and David Baker.
Eric Beck and David Baker, former players of Woodford.
They are former players.
Excellent.
Passed away recently.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, but it's a wonderful gesture. Providence forever.
The question is, did he get the conversion?
No, the conversion was missed by Alex Jones. Otherwise, his name would have been on the board. So a great try by Thurrock's forwards, and then a terrific catch and carry by Ben Timpson. Unfortunately, Woodford have a player down. So it looks like Jim White, gone down on the wing. Looks like a prop. So James White, the winger, is only doing up his shoelaces. It's not too bad. It's Rob Yanaku, the centre. Number 13, Rob Yanaku. Looks like slightly more serious injury. Somewhere around the gluteus maximus area.
What rubbish you talking again now?
Everyone's going to have to help. Reverse.
We're having a few problems here from a few spectators.
We're going to have to.
Oh, come along. Oh,
Going back.
sorry, we're getting out of your way now. There we are.
We're going to have to lift him.
We have a few.
1, 2, 3, up!
Right one. That's it. Well done. Well done. So unfortunately, Rob Yanaku has had to leave the field. And that brings, I believe, Anthony Deary onto the field. Some latecomers here, Steve Bowen and friends. Scott Chitty, who put in. Solid enough scrum for Thurrock. Gives Alex Jones plenty of time. Thurrock work a miss move there, bring Kai Holloway into the line. Kai Holloway's aiming to go on the outside. Scott Chitty, Alex Jones. Good tip onto Jay Jennings. Brushed a few aside, a really good ball to Jack Cowman. Thurrock have got Harry Clark there. Scott Chitty with the dummy. Scott Chitty's thrown the dummy. That's a lovely try for the young man. Great try for Scott Chitty. Scott's had the most difficult couple of years and has come back from injury very bravely, and now he's accelerated through a gap, thrown the dummy and scored a lovely try. Scott Chitty.
Yeah, I need information there, is there? Shitty Scott. We all thought about it, let's be honest. Very good try. Yeah, very good try. He's run his 15 metres, he's coming up. Absolutely gassed.
Harry Clark's had a bit of difficulty there, and so Ben Flatt has come onto the field. I think that's a more tactical substitution. And Alex Jones has converted that one. That's Thurrock 15, Woodford 0.
Well, you don't need to emphasise it. We're always stronger in the second half. 7 first-team players down today because of the game we played against Holt last week. Unbelievable physical game. We lost in the last kick of the game.
It's brilliantly taken by Watts Adams.
3.5 hours.
Yeah.
Puts in a sidestep before going to contact. Chitty is smashed off the ball. It's a good turnover by Woodford.
Nice.
Good tackle by Elliot Chew, went low. Coleman and Jennings there with a big hit in the middle of the field. Tigerish tackles.
Hello, son. How you doing?
Woodford come to the right once again. Unfortunately, a forward pass. Last week, Woodford were defeated by Holt in the last minute, 34-33. And Thurrock had a runaway victory against Stowmarket.
So what was that? Yeah, enjoyed that one.
And Thurrock, Woodford just made a substitution. Is it
Patrick Villo.
Patrick Vulu?
Yeah.
He's just come on the field, thank you. Getting a bit of help from some Woodford faithful here. Patrick Vulu has just come onto the field. Scott Chitty, the try scorer to put the ball in the scrum. Ben Flatt has now moved into tight edge. Sorry, loose head. Ben Flatt has moved to loose head. It looks as if Jack Cowman has been penalised. Woodford have to go into the corner at 15 points down. Let's see, Ian Meads has come in to push the ball into the corner. Ian Meads moving to 10. Dear me. We've just been hit by 1,000 hailstones bashing on our heads. We'll try and carry on.
You're all going to miss this try. There it is. Come on!
Excellent tackling by Thurrock and driving off the ball.
Give the ball to Sabo!
Ian Meads very close. And Woodford have been given a penalty for a...
No!
Not sure what for.
Thurrock yellow.
And Jay Jennings has been given a yellow. I can't quite see what for. Look very much as if we're getting hammered here by hailstones.
Gone silent because no one knows what that was for.
So Woodford now call for a scrum with Thurrock down to 7 forwards.
Give me a nice cold wine back.
So Woodford have an opportunity to get back into the game on 35 minutes. Thurrock down to 14 men. And with the loss of co-leader Niall Clifford, Woodford have a chance to get back into this game.
Oh, praise him. Oh, 100% praise him.
That's a good scrum by Thurrock. It's very well taken by James White. Stayed on his feet. Elliot Chew manages to hang on. Another penalty coming. So they have another free hit. Not sure what that one is for. Henry Bird rushes out the line, makes a good tackle. It is the very least coming back to a penalty.
Yes. And again, and again.
This is a penalty for offside on 37 minutes. Woodford have rarely been in this game, but they have been given a golden opportunity now. Call for another scrum.
Let's go, Rad.
On the fly half, Riley Altorf Kayo, who's yellow carded, has come back onto the field.
If they pull that door close to me, please, buddy. You alright? Is dead up here? No, he's not. Joe!
It was a high tackle for Jay Jennings.
All right, keep it down.
Jay Jennings was placed in the bin for a high tackle, unfortunately. Allegedly.
Within 2 seconds.
It's a good scrum by Thurrock.
Yes! Yeah!
So Jim White on the right wing has gone in for a try.
50th appearance for Woodford. Scores his, I don't know how many tries, but he scored. Let's do his 50th appearance.
So Jim White on his 50th appearance for Woodford has managed to score a try. It looks as if he's going in the corner, but Thurrock weren't very alert and he managed to go into the posts.
This could be the last game.
So this is Ian Meads attempting the conversion. Crowd goes silent. Unfortunately, Meads has pushed that wide. It is Woodford 5, Thurrock 15 on the 40 minutes. And so for much of that half, Thurrock were on top, even though they were against a very strong wind. I can assure you it's a bitterly cold wind here today at Hyams. That's been a good first half by Thurrock on the whole. An excellent pushover try with Jack Cowman to the fore. Scott Chitty with a quite sensational dummy went sprinting over on the left hand side of the field. And that really was an outstanding first half until the last couple of minutes, when unfortunately for Thurrock, Woodford came back into the game, aided and abetted by a couple of interesting decisions. So, good to see Steve Bowen here this afternoon. How are you doing?
You bring this slow with you?
It's freezing cold. And we're about to review the Six Nations. So, Mr. Bowen, what did you think of the Six Nations? He has nothing to say except he's put on an Irish accent. Well, Ireland were the champions again for the second successive year, of course. Juggernaut pack and a massive performance all round, but of course they lost to England. Didn't miss Johnny Sexton at all, and Jack Crowley had a very good Six Nations. Now Clifford was the only Thurrock player who was interested in any of this because he's Irish, of course, being from Ulster. France, very fortunate to beat Scotland. We all know that. They didn't really miss Dupont in the end because Nagaric was quite outstanding. Greg Aldrich won the Players of the Tournament, the number 8, and Fiku played his usual part. Scotland had their statement win against England, and Duan van der Merwe, what a great player he was, a hat-trick against England. The England statement win against Ireland was something to behold. Ben Earl on the Players of the Tournament, almost unstoppable. One wonders whether his real position is open side, but he's performed very well at number 8 and one of the Players of the Tournament. Interesting to see the England wingers, Tommy Freeman and Faye Wubuso. Outstanding performances from people like Ollie Chesham and George Martin, real power. Italy, well, some people thought they were the surprise package. Not Marco Diana, of course he expected them to do well. He's been supporting them for all of his life, which is about 50 years. But they were great, the Italians were great, and their centres in particular, Brex and Menoncello, were superb. And they didn't even have their best full-back, Capuzzo, against Wales, and they still managed to beat Wales. I like the look of Lamaro, the captain. Won some great turnovers, and they were full value. They could well have won 4 games and finished second. Wales were in a desperate situation, and Warren Gatland put the emphasis on youth, and he was looking to the future, to the next World Cup. Was that the right thing to do? We don't know. Most rugby teams tend to have a core of seasoned, strong, powerful players. Wales were not afforded that luxury. Where were the 26 and 27-year-olds, we must ask? People like Alex Mann were thrust into the action, although he made a large number of tackles. How many of those tackles were dominant tackles? And how was he going to fare against some of the giants in the back row like Peter O'Mahony? Well, the truth is that Wales did struggle all the way through, and they finished bottom of the Six Nations. Not the best building block for the future. So Wales will have a reset fairly shortly. And we have with us Carl Napirala. What do you think of the Six Nations?
One, I don't think Gatland should have come back. He's lost the plot. Secondly, the players that he selected weren't particularly doing well for their regions and could never make that step up to international level. There are a number of players playing at the moment in Welsh rugby that can make that step up. And unfortunately, I think he's got it really wrong. But having said that, he's Gatland, and I suppose we have to trust him that he's going to get it right. But he certainly needs to pick a much strengthened squad going forward to the summer tour and the summer games that we have against some of the world's best.
South Africa and Australia, Wales play in the summer. I guess there you're alluding particularly to the front row, and you have some props at Ospreys, particularly good. Nicky Smith, who unfortunately popped a rib last night.
Yes, Nicky has been outstanding for us all season. I just don't understand why he's not recognised at international level. Obviously, Leicester has seen him at that level, and unfortunately we can't afford to keep him, so off he goes. I am convinced that Nicky Smith would have stayed in Wales had he been selected for the Welsh squad, but that's my personal opinion. But there are other young players around. I'm not going to name them on risk of being biased, but certainly both the Cardiff front row and the Llanelli front row have been outplayed several times this season, and several of us were amazed that they were expected to step up to international level. But again, it's a very young squad. But as seasoned as I am, having watched rugby and coached over the years, I feel that you can't just pick youth, you have to pick experience with it. And unfortunately, he got it very, very wrong for the Six Nations.
The tight head you're talking about is Tom Botha, but is he qualified for Wales?
He is qualified for Wales. Whether or not he...
Off ITV. He used to play for Woodford.
So...
How was he excellent?
So Rhys Sorry if we lost the sound for a moment, we're just trying to get it back for you. I think we've succeeded in that. We're discussing the Welsh front row.
You asked me about Rhys Carey, and he's had his chances in the Welsh squad, but again, an English Premiership club have seen something in him which the Welsh selectors haven't. And hopefully he's still Welsh qualified when he goes. So if he progresses like others have, then maybe he's one for the summer. I honestly feel that there needs to be a reset from the top down in Welsh rugby, because there's obviously something amiss at the moment. And that's reflected, I think, in the performance of the national team. If you don't get the selection right, you're not going to get the spirit of the squad. And unfortunately, the messages coming out of the squad is that Gatland's training methods are not particularly being well received.
And of course, England did particularly well in the Six Nations. They had their statement win against Ireland, who were the champions. And we're at an English club today at Hyams, Woodford, and we're about to commence the second half. So it's a Riley Altorf Coyote kick-off for Woodford. Start the second half. The wind seems to have baked a little. That's gone to Caelan Watts-Adams. Does very well. Nice offload. Jack Coleman carries it on. Lawrence Brown rolls, turns, swivels. They form the caterpillar. Scott Chitty puts in the box kick. George Hughes takes that at number 8.
I've been wearing it all week while I've been away. I thought, no, I've got it off the own forecast. I thought I'd put my sheet.
And Riley Altorf Cayo enveloped by Thurrock players. That's a high tackle game by Thurrock, and Woodford have come out for the second half with a real intent. And the referee goes back to the penalty. That succession of 5 penalties now gone Woodford's way. Thurrock must look to their discipline. And unfortunately, Ben Timpson, the Thurrock captain, is now forced to leave the field as well. He's taken an injury, a knock to the groin. And Dritan Loker has come onto the field. So it's not good news for Thurrock. An influential player like Ben Timpson in his 150th game has had to leave the field. So Thurrock will move Watts-Adams probably to number 8. Although they're probably playing without number 8 at the moment with Jay Jennings off the field. Unfortunate for Ben Timpson, his 150th game, he's had to leave the field, and of course he's been missing the last couple of weeks through injury as well. So the advantage has swung Woodford's way with the departure of a couple of Thurrock players, 1 or 2 through injury, and Jay Jennings still off the field in the bin. He'll be anxious to get back on the field. Especially with the denouement of Ben Timpson. So Scott Chitty to feed. Thurrock packed down to 7. Woodford will get the shove on. Thurrock managed to hold them. Alex Jones is 22, puts the ball high into the air.
First tackle, get him. Oh, he's done it again. He's missed him again. Yes!
A terrific run across the field. That's
Number 12.
great run from Bracconcini. After looking to be very much on top, Thurrock is struggling now with the injuries. Anxious to get Jay Jennings back onto the field. Loca's won that one the front. It's a good drive from Thurrock. Taking play right away from the danger zone. And they're still going forward. It gives Chitty a chance to put in the box kick. It's a high kick.
Poor kick. Poor kick.
Let's give him Bracconcini a chance to get away.
Came from a very, very poor.
And we have to say that's an excellent try.
Very, very poor kick by the scrum half. Very good try.
Great tackle by Kai Holloway, but couldn't stop the ball being fed in field. For a terrific riposte by Woodford. The scrum half Ryan Davis gets the ball on the inside to score the try. It's a fine game. Good pass to the ball, Davis. So it's Thurrock 15, Woodford 10. And once again he's missed the conversion. So Thurrock, having seemed to be in a very good position, have now conceded 2 tries, and Woodford are right back in the game.
And that's again now it gives them an opportunity, right? So why not kick it down the pitch?
I'd like to see the statistics for the penalty count. Very much against Thurrock, I would suggest.
Good kick, scrum half. Very good.
Seems as if the wind has subsided. It's given Kai Holloway a chance to run it back. Thurrock need to get a bit more control into the game. Thurrock have one out against the head and they'd be given a penalty. It looked easier to play the advantage. This is the opportunity Thurrock need to reimpose themselves upon the game.
Oh, that's awful.
Alex Jones has not managed to find touch, giving Woodford a chance to run the ball again.
First tackle, second tackle, third tackle.
Give it out.
Get out, out of the way.
Woodford growing in confidence.
He's a good player, he's good enough. He's had a great game. Another kick. Right, now then, make tackle. What is the point of that, man? What's the point? That corner there.
Some excellent box kicking by Ryan Davis has put Thurrock in a bit of difficulty. Very well taken by Elliot Chew.
Not the wrong option.
Unfortunately, we can see several of Thurrock's senior players pacing up and down the touchline with injuries rather than being on the field. We're not too sure about Niall Clifford's injury. Ben Timpson has got an injury to the groin area. And youthful winger Elliot Chew has been shown a yellow card for some reason. I can't see what for from here. But with just eight and a half minutes gone this half, Thurrock are in some difficulty. We're not sure what that was for, but it certainly favours Woodford. This was a game which Thurrock seemed to have the upper hand for long periods the first half, but have come unstuck through a series of injuries and penalties, and now they are really struggling. Certainly Woodford are in the ascendant. Looks as if Ben Timms is looking to do something about it. He's trying desperately to get his groin organised so he can get back onto the field. Unfortunately, his running up and down will only do more damage. But it is Chitty to put the ball in. Thurrock use Henry Bird as a battering ram and try and run the ball from their own line. Kai Holloway tries to break clear. It's very well picked up by Thurrock. At least they put a lot of energy into this attempt. Dritan Loka runs in the middle of the field. And yet again Thurrock concede the penalty.
With wind and the slope.
This is an extremely high penalty count, and this indiscipline is costing Thurrock dearly. Meads plants that one in the corner.
Wrong tactics again, I'm afraid.
It's gone toward the back. Woodford get the drive on. Thurrock looked paper thin in defence. And another penalty. Playing the ball on the ground. Woodford is seizing their opportunity. Thurrock would probably be better off competing in this line out. They're struggling, a man down to contain Woodford. That's gone awry. Thurrock managed to win the ball on the floor. This time they do put the ball away. This time the penalty goes to Thurrock.
Just whap it on me.
Alex Jones a chance to clear his lines, but Ryan Davis catches the ball.
Go on, go on, go on!
There's a great take by Jamie Orr. He runs into 3 or 4 Woodford players. There's a big counter ruck coming from Woodford. Thurrock do well to retain possession there. Jamie Orr again. The referee suggests he goes in with his elbow. Jamie Orr having to seize some leadership opportunities here, with Timpson and Clifford off the field. So Meads the chance to dink the ball into the corner.
Why did he come
Thurrock about to put loosehead Harry Clark back onto the field.
Yeah, an excellent first half.
Start off the game very well, dominating the scrums. It's a deliberate ploy by Thurrock, rotating their props so they all get an hour of the game. Cody Holloway is now the nominated skipper on the field, and he's been called forward with the Woodford captain. There have been quite a few transgressions from both teams. Somewhat of a staccato half. Players coming and going, to and froing. And the captains have been told to have a word with their respective teams. The referee is not best pleased with the bickering that's going on. Thurrock did beat Woodford at Oakfield this season. The two teams usually quite even. Once again it's been thrown over the top, and Jamie Orr's collected that one again. Open side flanker from Pukekohe. It's good morning, whatever it is, to people like Trent White, Dylan Fearon, Mike Stanley, all New Zealand. Jay Jennings trying to make amends, Harry Clark. Thurrock caught in possession. Slow pass didn't enable them to clear their lines. They decided a round of contact. And Henry Bird is charged down, unfortunately, as he desperately tries to clear. That's given Anthony Deary the chance to bring the scores level with the conversion to come. And one has to say that try looked almost inevitable, with Thurrock trying to round their own 22. Reward for perseverance. And Lars Meads manages to kick the conversion. So Woodford take the lead for the first time. Elliot Chew desperately trying to get back onto the field. Tritton Loka comes through really hard on the tackle. And once again, there's a bit of a problem going on there.
Scrum off, great kick. Go on, give it.
Cody Holloway's picked up that kick from Ryan Davis. Good run from him. Jay Jennings, Jamie Orr in midfield. Coming more and more into the game.
Awful. Cannonball. Get it in that corner. Mid touch. Huh? This corner. Don't have slow.
Where would you kick it off? Over the post, probably.
Yeah.
Some debate here amongst the crowd as to what he should do with this penalty in the middle of the field. Some say he should kick the points, put Thurrock in lead by 1 point. It's a long way out.
Take the points.
And he certainly isn't a Thomas Ramos. Jay Jennings down injured. Sorry, Jamie Orr, New Zealander down injured. He's come more into the game of late, running freely. Good to see him back in the colours. Let's hope that's not serious. All of Thurrock's leaders have gone down injured today. I can't help but reiterate Ben Timpson, the captain, co-leader now, Clifford, all have left the field.
Get the excuses in early, though. Kick it.
It looks as if Southend will win this league this season. It's no surprise. They've had a settled team all season. All the players have been available. Jamie Orr is all right. He's got back to his feet. And Alex Jones attempt to find touch in the corner.
He's made one.
He has managed to find touch. Very difficult from the middle field. Sometimes you're better off having a scrum. I've just been offered some food here, but unfortunately I cannot talk and at the same time the cameraman can. Enjoying his lunch. So look is Thurrock is driving forward. Angus through in the middle of the park. Shitty. Little kick through for Thurrock, but no, they've got the penalty now. They'll come back for the penalty.
Put it properly in the corner this side.
Just as Thurrock were getting the driving maul going, it was halted illegally.
5 yards up on that, ask him.
Alex Jones has the opportunity to do a little bit better than Williams did last night. Let's hope we don't get the same outcome.
Come on, Taze.
This time he prods the ball in the corner. It's about 8 or 9 metres out. And the onus is on Lawrence Brown to hit his line out jumper. Watts Adams in the middle. Very well taken. Like to have a chance to drive. Once again has pulled it round. But Thurrock are still going forward. Loke is broken free. Watts Adams going for the side step. For their chance.
Go on, son. Go on, son.
Switch to Henry Bird, who drives in hard. Ball is set back. Loco, it looks like a no-arms tackle, a brilliant tackle. It's held up over the line. It looked like almost like a no-arms tackle. Certainly the Loco was felled. It's a drop out from the line. It was Thurrock's golden opportunity to seal this match, but unfortunately couldn't deliver. Coup de grace. Ben Simpson is trying desperately to get back on the field with a groin strain. No game next week, so perhaps he's taking a worthwhile risk. His captaincy is all important. Determined not to.
Come on, team!
Brilliant taken by Jack Coleman. With a chance set up once again.
Come on, team!
Cody Holloway seized the opportunity, saw a gap, leapt over some defenders, and charged over near the posts. Great try by Cody Holloway. Tremendous opportunism by the young flanker, who's taking up the captaincy at the moment.
Let's go, team! Same again!
I think he did. He missed it.
Thurrock 20, Woodford 17. The game is very much in the balance. Well taken by the Loco. Only going one way.
Who's there, boys?
Great out.
Unfortunately, rarely out of Kyle. He's going for the 50-22, but the ball just floated out in the breeze. It's given Thurrock a chance to launch another attack.
Come on, Thurrock! Come on, Thurrock! Come on!
Terrific one on the take by Loco. That gets Thurrock driving forward again. The packer doing so much better.
Keep going.
They continue to drive up the field.
Come on, they're collapsing it, you ref! Come on, referee! Go on, sir!
Henry Bird now, a lacerating run through the running defenders off. Loco taken low, fell like a tree, like a Ceotaurus in the middle of the field. Dummy from Cody Holloway, this time not taken. Jamie Orr, the first receiver, now come out Alex Jones. Interception.
All the time, referee!
This time the referee judges that Woodford were offside.
Offside. On your arguing, ref, get him back 10 yards.
Nice catch, Alex. Come
That's it, Dan. Well done, Pat. No more flat passes, son. Or you pock him and he's cancelled.
Things look a bit more solid now. Harry Clark is back on the field. He says had a fine first half. Thurrock go to the front with Drit and Loka. They set up the driving wall. They swivel to the left. Keep going. It has gone to ground. Henry Byrne in the middle of the field. It's held up high. Run by Henry Bird gives Thurrock an outstanding chance. Ball's coming out wide. It's gone short again.
Here we are. Wide as possible.
Goes wide. They have the players there. It's a very long pass. Should have had more men out there.
Oh, tip tackle!
Off with his head! He was horizontal!
It looked like he'd gone through the horizontal there. The referee judged that wasn't the case. Woodford got in quickly for the turnover. Thurrock got a chance then to seal a victory. Unfortunately, what looked like a tip tackle and going through the horizontal was not seen by the referee. He then quickly awarded a penalty to Woodford. And a certain haranguing for the no Thurrock captain, Cody Holloway. Must have been some dissent.
Come on!
So Woodford have the chance to relieve the lines. Jordan Knight, the hooker, to throw in. Gone to front. Ryan Davis kicked well throughout the game. Newbury taking a high ball, has put Thurrock under huge pressure. Woodford seeking to take advantage, got a lot of players out wide. Unfortunately, it's a poor pass. And that has gone no touch. Much to the chagrin of Woodford, much to the relief of Thurrock. Woodford had a chance to break clear then. Panicked a little. It's got a Drit and Loka at the front. Third goal for the drive again. What success with this today?
Come on!
This ball right up the middle of the field. Jones now kicks the ball to stay.
Come on, get on it!
Almost a 50-22, just bounces off on the right side of the pitch for Woodford. For Thurrock.
Come on, Tees, come on!
Thurrock having quite a lot of success with the driving maul. Never sure when it's being pulled down illegally.
Did you see the video?
Woodford looking dangerous on the break. Being served very well by Ryan Davis, the scrum half.
We get all of them.
And Steve Nichols has been asking about Steve Bow today. He's in there somewhere. He's in Woodford's club, dressed in his sparkling blazer, maroon, black and white. Lots of blazers around today.
Blazing day.
A blazing day. Good, great fat ball by Ryan Davis. Need to be as well. Davis gone for the caterpillar and box kick. Very high kick. That was a great run by Angus Poole.
Lucky boys.
Fed the inside pass. Poor skating run by the young winger. Centre 10 winger. That's one of the best runs of the season for that young man. When it came to the final pass, Caelan Watts-Adams couldn't quite take it. Watts-Adams looking for his 9th try of the season, having beaten the record of Caelan Woodward last week. Caelan Watts-Adams, 8 tries.
Can you give me a card? Good work, boy!
Couldn't quite hang on to that difficult pass, but a great run by Angus Poole. Deserved a try.
Somebody did, two.
Take it back!
Ryan Davis with the feed and head. Got a big drive on.
How's that
Got a big drive on. Scrum wheels, and it's New Zealander Jamie Orr and Cooper Cowie who scored that try.
Take your time, Rick. Take your time.
Try scored by Jamie Orr.
It's going to shuffle in.
Jamie Orr, O-double-R.
Hey, Tees!
Jamie Orr. And it's now 25. I'm just
25
not
points.
driving straight, sir. Who said that? Who said that out loud?
We have an outrageous supporter, a blazing supporter of Woodford shouting out outrageously.
They weren't driving straight. Let's be honest. You can't drive like that if you're not driving straight. So they're wheeling the scrum. Simple as that. So it should be a penalty. But anyway, it's a love game. I'm enjoying this. Oh, it's a lovely kick. Oh, lucky up. Good try.
Still short of conversion, but Thurrock have gone into an 8-point lead courtesy of Jamie Orr.
Not driving straight.
Not driving straight.
The supporter does have something of a point because it did swivel to the side.
That was the weakness of the attack.
It's been suggested by that famous prop Lou Hughes that the tight end was pulling him around.
Come on,
Nevertheless,
Wood!
Jamie Orr took full advantage.
Let's go, boys!
Gone straight to local gain. Needs no invitation, runs straight to contact. Back to Alex Jones, he kicks the ball down the middle of the field. That gives Woodford a chance to counter-attack. Thurrock defense has come up. Nice run by Ian Meads. County coming. Woodford on the penalty Cummings tap. Brilliant tap tackle after the quick tap.
Get all of them.
And Davis pulled the ground. They're scrapping, trying to get the ball back. Good slug possession.
Meet 'em, boys! Go meet 'em! Still going on,
Woodford is so much better when they don't go into contact.
You boys! Overlap, overlap!
You should get him.
Enterprising play by Woodford. There has been a knock on.
I'm not happy.
Ben Timpson's desperately trying to get back on the field, but he probably feels that Thurrock can hold out at the moment. Thurrock on their third cap in the day, Cody Holloway.
I can't do it. I've just had surgery for 4 weeks, so I'm not.
Just one game left for Thurrock after this. That's Colt at home. Fortnight today. Must advertise Thurrock to Dublin Dance next week. There are a few spare tickets available. Thurrock are hoping they'll have their full contingent back to full fitness for next week's, the game of fortnight's time.
No, it's so crazy.
Do you like to say that Abdali had a wonderful night last night with Derek Bevan, the former international referee? Great form. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend. I had to go to bed early, so I got 5 o'clock this morning. Found the Thurrock doing his laundry. But I heard he was upset. So Thurrock put the ball in. Held the scrimmage firm. It's well picked up in the back. So give it, put it up there.
Someone get it! Get
So that try about 5 minutes ago. Another great run. You have to say today that Angus Poole's coming in. It's been his best game by far. He's moved from centre the wing. That was a terrific try. Angus Poole.
Who scored that lucky try?
Another great breakout. Great breakout by Cody Holloway. Kept going. Try to score Angus Poole. So Cody Holloway broke away. He ball came out wide. That was a terrific try by Thurrock. Angus Poole finishing it off. Takes the score to 30 points to 17. And probably Thurrock now out of reach. Probably out of reach now with the conversion to come.
Yeah!
Alex Jones with the conversion. Magnificent breakout from Cody Holloway. Ball is fed wide. Angus Poole is going. Takes the ball. The score is 32-17. So it's a very good afternoon for a very bright and sparkling Highams this afternoon, where the 4th and 5th place teams have fought a very hard encounter. Thurrock started very well and went into a 15-point lead. Woodford came back and took the lead in the second half. Thurrock lost quite a few players to injury and several to yellow cards. Woodford, having taken the lead though, a few opportunities to extend that lead. They were not taken, and terrific work by the Thurrock pack with Cody Holloway, the new captain, to the fore. Managed to break into the Woodford half and score a couple of terrific tries. Cody Holloway himself scored a try, and there's another one after first-class work by Angus Poole. Angus Poole had probably his best game for Thurrock on the wing. And it was good to see, even though there were injuries to major players, Thurrock could still hold out. First-class work by the pack, and full marks the pack. And first-class work by the whole Thurrock team. It should cement their position as 4th in the league. And so we say a very good afternoon to you from Highams in Woodford, and very good work to Thurrock. Good afternoon to you. I just realised we don't need the power pack, do we? Power pack thing, yeah. I should get more of that. So it's
Yeah, we've been blinded all afternoon, sir. Hey, we've been blinded all afternoon, sir. Yeah, man. Really?
Good, you?
I've had a lovely day. He knows my name as well. Do that, Mark. He knows me now. I've just come up because I wanted to talk on YouTube. Did I not say that to him? You might have to wait a little bit. He is a celebrity.
We're just holding on for a moment so that Ralph can interview Ben Shepherd from Good Morning Britain.
You go down to him now. Go down there. Go right to the bottom.
Yeah, he's going to look tosser. It's all right, right till the end.
It's good that we won. I thought it would be a close call at one point. Oh, really? Oh, wow. She started talking to someone, of course.
Here he comes.
Oh, I love that.
As you say, you've got to get out of the way, they're going to speak around there. Second one.
Sorry, it's one of those moments. Get out!
This is going to be the longest video ever.
Yeah.
Blazer! Most of it, where are you taking the bench from? Already? Hey, boys!
Well, we're very lucky this afternoon because we've got Ben Shepherd with us, a famous son of Woodford who used to play for Woodford. And Ben, it's really good to see you here this afternoon. What do you think of the game?
Well, it's my dad's 80th birthday, and he used to play for Woodford many years ago, and I played here with my brother, and it's always, the Thurrock game was always a big game, having played for Woodford all the way through, and I think, to be fair, the best team won on the day. It was a good finish by Thurrock. I came out towards the end of the game and I thought we might have a chance, but domination in the pack and the line out sort of saw them through in the end.
It was a brilliant game of rugby, and of course Woodford have played Thurrock on many occasions. In the old days of the Cup, very exciting affairs, especially down in Southend. Always closely run things, and it's been a pleasure to come along here this afternoon. Now, Woodford's most famous player of all time, would that be, I'm trying to think back, Ian Palmer, Sergio Solari, Tony Hill, What names there rolling off?
I tell you what, all of those, Serge and Tony, I've played with or been coached by, and Ian Palmer sort of coached me when he was first team coach here. I was playing in the first team when we won Rugby World Team of the Year. I think we got relegated the one year, then we went unbeaten the next year. I think we smashed Thurrock that year. I'm not sure we did too, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But we all hold on to those memories sort of as very important for us.
Some great former players, of course. Mr. Kendrew, who was the president of the Rugby Union one time, played for England, and Danny Hepburn played for Scotland, one of the most famous was G.T. Janes, the husband of Christine Truman, the tennis player.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Wimbledon finalist.
Wow.
Winner of the French Open.
Well, Christine Truman,
Christine Truman. What a great place Woodford is. But of course, probably one of your most famous sons was T. Lawrence of Arabia.
Right, okay, I'll take your word for it. I didn't know that.
And your great members of Parliament. Churchill.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, was he? He did a few things here and there. There's some heritage to the club. I think that's why a lot of us, you know, I started coming down here age 3 or 4. Well, my mum used to do the tees on the Saturday. My dad was playing for the 5th team. I don't think he got higher than the 5th team. And me and my brother played here all our lives. I'm really excited that there's a girls team now, which I think is really, really important. And my boys now play rugby. We don't live around here anymore. All right, we don't live here anymore, so it's only get to come down. But I don't think there's many better places to watch rugby. It's a beautiful location. It's very evocative.
It's a great place. I played here many times myself. And
did you win often?
Yeah, always. Always in those days. But of course, Lawrence Arabia. Now he knew a bit about rugby. I'm going to tell you this.
Okay, good.
This is from the 7 Pillars of Wisdom.
Right.
9/10 of tactics are certain. You can read about them in books. The irrational 10th is like the kingfisher flashing across a pool, and that is the real test of generals. And I like the idea of kingfishers playing rugby, don't you? Flashing across the pitch. The fly halves.
Yes.
Wonderful runners.
Do you have a lot of people on this stream right now? I'm slightly confused as to what's going on.
Thousands of them, yeah. they're all literary.
They're bird watchers.
Like ourselves and bird watchers.
No, you're absolutely right.
No.
The way a kingfisher would flash across the pitch, we could have done with a few kingfishers at the end of that game there to make a few more tackles, I think.
Yeah, possibly. But it was a great game of rugby, and it went back and forth, and you know, in the end, I think Thurrock just about held out. It looked at one stage as if Woodford would go to run away with it.
I'm not sure. We finished a bit early as well. I don't think I've ever seen a game come up early. A couple of minutes, I think the ref got a bit bored or something. He decided he was going to, let's go to put them out of their misery. Yeah. I've had some amazing battles over the years. There's a Woodford player all the way through the minis and then through the youth section. Amazing battles with Thurrock over the years. They're always it's a brilliant meeting of clubs with fantastic community behind them as well. You know, and then always a really good drink afterwards, which I think is consistently the most important thing about rugby. You can have a really fantastic game of rugby, a really competent game of rugby, and then you can share a drink with the people you've been playing against, and there's no difference there now as the boys that played Thurrock than when I was playing, and I'm sure when you were playing, which would have been a good few centuries ago, right?
He's a comedian as well.
Did you play against Lawrence of Arabia? Is that how you know him so well?
No, Ian Duncan Smith, I think I played against him.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure he was brave enough to come and play down here at the Highlands.
Ben, it's been a delight to be able to talk to you this afternoon. It has been a wonderful game. Great dinner here, great camaraderie between former players, and thank you so much.
Totally agree. Not at all. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, Ben.
No worries.